Voices from the beyond, there's no mics.
I doubt anyone noticed anyway.
Cheers, everybody! Welcome to another episode of Bourbonandbooze. I'm super excited to be here. I hope you are too. And I am really excited because we are delving into a little bit of Cody's soon-to-be bunker of bourbon and booze.
What do you mean? I've been collecting for years. You've just been holding it hostage.
He says I've been holding it for hostage. Cody's been working on his own bar and down at his house, and we finally moved it into the bar, and I haven't seen it since, but into the room. He's got some shelving to put up and lighting and stuff like that.
Just a couple of things.
So we will be doing some episodes down there eventually. But one of the things that he specifically bought for his bar that he was excited for is we went to Gulf Coast Distilleries not too long ago and had a blast. But if you want to hear about that blast, you're going to have to tune in just a moment. Because first, we are going to talk about our partner, Rain Cane Vodka. So when I make cocktails, I really like a good vodka. And we've used some different brands and everything. But we discovered Rain Cane just recently. And I poured you some. And Rain Cane is probably one of the best vodkas we've had.
Yeah, it's been up there because you can...
No.
And you're not going to get any burn up your nose.
Yeah.
And it's not low proof or anything. It's 40% alcohol.
Yeah. It's an 80 proof common vodka from Alaska. Actually, it's not from Alaska. It's from California. But they use Alaskan glacier water. I think that this is what vodka should be. It is non-aroma, so it's not going to...
Odorless, colorless,
odorless, colors. It actually tastes really good to me. It's got a...
Yeah, but
it's a slight sweetness to it.
Very, very slight.
But it's not overwhelming, and I think this is what most bartenders look for in creating common cocktails. Now, if you're going to do a cocktail that requires a specific flavor profile that vodka is going to intense or put into, like a flavored vodka, then that's different.
But if you're wanting to make, say, a drink that also is alcoholic, but you don't want the alcohol to change the color or change the flavor with something weird and bitter, you use vodka because it's supposed to be that way.
It's supposed to be. And we've had people argue with us that, no, vodka's supposed to taste like something. No, it's supposed to be odorless and tasteless.
Well, yeah. And nothing's ever tasteless.
Right.
But...
So, we like Rain Cane. And you can get this in the store for about $34 a bottle, depending on your store. You can also get it online through Rain Cane for $34. But what I really like about Rain Cane is that you can order it online, and the more bottles you buy, the cheaper it is. And you can get on a subscription. So maybe you want to get a bottle every week or every month or every 6 weeks or whatever. And the more you put on your order, the less each cost. So if you get more than one bottle, so you get 2 bottles, then it's down to $31. And they ship just about everywhere. There'll be a link below, and that helps us out because we have partnered with them. And we will continue to use Rain Cane in a lot of our cocktails that require vodka that don't need a specific style of flavor to it. But it's a great vodka. I think it's probably my favorite right now. There's always changes, but now there's flavored ones I like too. But this is my favorite plain vodka, and we'll continue to use it. So check it out and let us know what you think, but make sure you hit that link for your ability to get a discount through us on Rain Cane. All right, have a great day, and we're going to start making cocktails. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, so definitely we want you to try Rain Cane Vodka. It is great. I'm just about ready to place another order because we're almost out, and it is delicious.
I'm getting in on that because I don't have any vodka in my bar, and now I have a place to put it.
Yeah, he's got a place to put it. So we went to Gulf Coast Distilleries in Houston for another reason. We were doing a barrel pick for the Prideful Goat 6-year rye. We got an opportunity to be part of that group and pick the new 6-year. And... it wasn't a barrel pick, it was just their pick, their new pick. I don't know how it works.
Batch number 5?
Yeah, batch number 5 or something.
Or 6 or...
So, we had a great time, but they also have a production line of cognac. And Cody and I are
From
huge.
Gregarious Grump.
Yeah, we are huge cognac fans. Recently, I had this discussion with somebody on one of our cognacs, and we were discussing cognac versus brandy, and how cognac is basically brandy, but for a specific region, the Cognac Valley. And this guy just...
Slight variance because it comes from the valley, but...
Yeah. This guy was just kind of, I don't know, trollish, I guess. I don't know. He just went off about how cognac is brandy and brandy is cognac and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, whatever. So,
I mean, it is, but it isn't.
Yeah.
It's like champagne.
Exactly.
It's
not
the
all
exact
brandy
same,
is cognac.
and not all sparkling wines are champagne.
Yeah. So every time we do a cognac episode since then, and he was quite trollish. Every time we've done an episode since then, that always comes to mind as, you know.
I mean, all cognacs are a brandy, not all brandies are cognac. Right. That's the rule, because it has to come from Cognac Valley.
And this one actually...
Which I'm curious why this is a cognac. I'm assuming they had to source it from Cognac Valley, or...
Yeah, I'm sure they did. This one is kind of weird to me. It's a little bit different flavor. Cody got the 10-year. I believe they had a 15-year...
12, 14,
12, 14.
Or 12, 15?
20-something.
21.
And then a 30.
Yes.
And I bought the 30. I thought it would be a great bottle to have for my retirement. Pop it out towards the end of my retirement. And it wasn't tremendously expensive. It was expensive, but not whatever. But
nothing gregarious.
You got the 10-year, and like Cody says, this is Gregarious Grump Spirits. It's a cognac. It's a 10-year, and it was bottled in 2011. Or no, I'm sorry, produced in 2011, bottled in 2023, so it's brand new. Fully matured in the Cognac region of France.
Bottled in 2021. He can't read.
Oh, 2021. And it is 117.4 proof, which I think is a little high
for a cognac or a brandy or anything that isn't like American whiskeys.
Right. So I'll let you
kind of makes sense since I'm assuming it's an American finish.
So what was the price that you bought this for?
Something like 60 to 80.
Yeah,
somewhere around there.
Wasn't too bad.
It wasn't terrible, no.
The 30-year was what, 150 something?
Even it wasn't terrible.
Yeah. And you actually sat down and did you have a flight of the cognac?
Yeah, we had a flight of all the Gregarious Grumps besides the 30.
Besides the 30. And this was the one that you liked the best, the 10. Right?
Yes, because this is what I was hoping for. Because I had seen that they had also had a giant brandy, but it wasn't the flavor profile I look for in brandies and cognac.
Oh, the Texas Giant? Yeah.
It was more... It just wasn't what I was looking for. So I ended up not getting it.
If you've been following the show, you should know by now, but if you don't, Cody's a huge brandy cognac fan. Probably more so than anything else.
Probably. If there was an option to have a cognac that I haven't had and a selection of whiskeys, I'd probably still choose the cognac or brandy. Because my nose isn't nearly as good as like other people's, but you can't help but smell this.
Yes, this is very
It's
powerful.
So aromatic. It's like from here.
And
I can
at 117, you're getting some of that alcohol.
A little bit.
It is cold though. The studio is a little bit cold, so brandy you want to warm up.
Yeah, part of the drinking
I only have the
ritual.
I only have the blowtorch.
Yeah.
I don't want
part of the drinking ritual is that you sit there, you relax, you enjoy it, and you hold it in your hand, something similar to this, so that your body heat warms it up slowly, because then as it heats up, it releases more and more aroma.
And it tastes better.
According to the few videos I have watched.
It smells delicious. It smells
It smells really good.
Floral, grape-ish, like fruity.
Yes, very fruity, very...
It does have that alcohol tinge. Yeah, there's some sweetness to it. And it's got a nice oaky, woody aroma to it.
Yeah.
So it is, I mean, it's a 10-year, and I don't know, I mean, we have plenty of cognac in the bar.
actually,
because we like it. But I don't know how much
under
they.
20 bottles.
Yeah, I don't know how much they age it for.
It probably varies. This is probably the highest one I've
Did you say we
seen.
have 120 bottles of cognac?
No, I said we probably only have about 20.
Oh yeah, about 20, which is
If
probably
under 20.
Which is probably 19 or 18 more than most of our viewers, or probably 20 more.
Yeah, and like 5 or 6 of them are mine, if not more.
I like it. And the name is pretty badass. Gregarious Grump. Where did they get that? It's probably on the market.
Gregariously flavorful.
Did you buy a shirt? Did they have a shirt?
No, I didn't buy a shirt. I didn't buy any shirts.
A bit spicy on the front. Hits my tongue right away.
It is a little bit heftier on the alcohol bite.
It's not as sweet.
And that high proof bitterness that
Yeah.
usually comes across. But it's still got that fruity tones.
It does. It has fruity tones, but it's not as sweet as the aroma is.
No, the aroma definitely comes across more sweet than it tastes.
A little bit of backburn, but again, that's the whole 117 proof. I mean, this is definitely for the cask strength lovers of whiskey.
Yes.
I would not use this as your very first introduction into cognac unless you're a high cask
Probably not.
whiskey drinker.
Yeah.
If you're a high cask or high proof single barrel, single cask whiskey drinker who wants to delve into cognac, then this might be the best thing for you to jump into. However, this will probably ruin your ability to enjoy some of the more expensive, like Hennessy and whatever, that are lower proof.
Cause if it's something you get used to, yeah.
Because I'm a huge Fusion fan. Hennessy's a good one. Douce.
Hennessy's a good available one.
Yeah.
And like run of the mill, middle of the road type stuff. They do have some more expensive options, but they're expensive.
Yeah.
They go up quite quickly.
Fusion's probably my favorite. But this is fabulous. And it makes me really want to try that 30-year. I don't think we've opened it yet. We're going to wait till
We haven't opened it, and we haven't tried a sample.
Yeah.
Because we only tried up to the 21. And out of all of those, I preferred the 10-year because they started to get less sweet and more bitter.
See, and I think I liked the 14 because I was trying your samples.
Yeah, and I did not like the 14 at all. Like, it was not my flavor profile.
Well, so here's the deal is,
course,
I don't know if they aged it at all. It says fully matured in the Cognac region, so it wasn't aged here in Texas. But the longer it stays in a barrel, the more wood tones it gets.
And that's what was happening. It was getting more of those bitter tannin tones, and that's not... I like the more fruity, lighter, sweeter tones in mine.
To me, the only aged whiskey that is really good, that the 30, 40-year whiskey, is Scotch. Because of the environment, it doesn't infuse. When
Generally from a cooler environment, too,
here
right?
in
It's
America,
from Highlands most of the time.
Yeah, here in America, if you get 20-year bourbons, or like we have some 15-year bourbons, and they're like right on the edge.
I bet you if you got something up in the Maine or Maryland and
possibly
right along the border to Canada, you would probably get some that could age higher, especially if it was somewhere like Washington State.
Right.
I bet you could age it up pretty high.
I know when it comes to whiskey, people like the Pappies, and usually generally everybody I met that have had Pappy, now there's going to be some of you out there, but everybody I met at Pappy, including myself, doesn't like anything really above the 12 to possibly 15 because the wood notes take over. I think you've had the 12, right?
We had something. Was it a Pappy or a Whistle Pig? No, it was a Pappy Van Winkle. It was like only the really expensive Pappy Van Winkle I had.
The 23?
In
no, I thought you'd
Hawaii.
Yeah, I thought you got
chose
the 12.
It was expensive.
15. Yeah, it was expensive.
I liked that one.
Yeah. But I think it was a 12 or 15.
Yeah, most of the
23s aren't worth getting. And so now I have a 30-year Scotch that's fabulous. And a bunch of 20-something odd year Scotch. I do have a 23-year Soviet whiskey that's pretty darn good. So you could get that, but when you get down
from
here,
a colder climate too. So.
When you get here to America, not so sure. But
that's because they age
Yeah.
faster, so
So-
you can actually get those 23-year profiles
Right.
in a third of the time.
so this one here is fully matured in France, so it's going to be fine. It's fine to me. I like it.
No, this is perfect.
It's really good. So, but tell us what you think about cognac in general. What's your favorite cognac? Have you had any really cool, interesting cognac that may be available to us that's not mainstream, like Hennessy or Douce or Fusion or V, whatever that is? What is that one down there on the corner? I can never remember its name. Aesop, right?
ABK6.
Oh, ABK6. Yeah. So let us know.
I have a different ABK6.
I think we have the VSOP somewhere.
I have a honey liqueur.
Yeah. So tell us what your favorite one is. What's the most expensive cognac you've ever had? Leave that in the comments. That might be available for us to give a hands on because, well, you know.
I think this might end up being...
I should have bought him a 30 year and saved it for his 30th birthday, which is in a few years. Yeah. He's old. He doesn't even get carded anymore.
I haven't been carded, and I get carded occasionally.
Yeah.
But I think that's only at the places where they probably had an inspection recently.
Or where they have to card everybody.
Yeah.
Because I get carded at those places too. So. But tell us what you think. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. It means a lot to us.
You've been carded one time, and I haven't.
Yeah.
And I think they were just stroking your ego.
Check out Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter. I don't really do Twitter as much. There's an automatic feed that goes to Twitter, but yeah, I don't intentionally do Twitter anymore just because, yeah, you know why. So just because.
Yeah.
But hopefully everything starts gearing up. We've done some changes here in the studio. We are doing some pretty big changes. We got a podcast in the works, like a sit-down type of podcast, not like this video podcast. And that should be coming out really quick. Having more guest speakers. I got 2 lined up, working on a 3rd, so that's fun. And things are starting to roll around. Getting excited. Starting to do more trips, whiskey trips and stuff. Cody's been on
You're
one.
always doing trips.
Yeah. In fact, we have something this Wednesday to
If anything, y'all need to slow down on the trips. There's not enough bar. There is not enough bar.
There's this
No!
There's this other room here. You just blow out. All right. You guys have a great Monday. We'll see you tomorrow for whiskey. Wednesday is coffee. I've told you about the coffee. We're going to do an episode this Wednesday of coffee, but otherwise it'll be hit and miss. We're probably going to start replacing that with our podcast where we sit down and just talk. And some of those podcasts might actually be live streamed.
Not at first.
Not at first. We're still working on
the
that.
swing of things.
We're still working on that, but it'll be a little podcast thing. And they'll be short. But once we go live stream, you guys will be able to interact and send us comments and participate. That's not that far off. I mean, it's closer than you think.
We're going to have to get into the swing of things and then actually come up with a plan.
Yeah.
Because we yet to have a full plan for a full episode.
Yeah. All right. So, and then Friday we have cocktails. Always a good time. Hopefully you guys have a good Monday. I know I will. Getting down to the nitty gritty before I am.
I mean, it's always a Monday. Who has good Mondays?
Everybody thinks I'm super happy at work because, 50
That's
days.
because you're like, every day